Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new episode of Discovering Steven Universe. Today, apparently another big one. I'm assuming it is anyway because it is a 22-minute special, Reunited. And I've delayed watching this longer than I care to because I was very tired last time I recorded. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's find out what Reunited is all about. Other than the wedding. And I assume reuniting Sapphire and Ruby into Garnet. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go!
We can all agree that is a little bit upsetting.
Yeah.
I'd rather think about. No peeking. And no future vision either. Okay. Oh, Steven.
That's adorable.
I just wish I could have said something. Bismuth, is that what you're wearing to the wedding?
That's awesome!
The thing I own.
What if Lapis was right? Sooner or later, the diamonds are going to come through the cluster.
She looks so
Gonna
cute.
die here. We could think about. Think about.
Just one day, let's only think about. Just one
Ah!
day, let's only think. Flowers for you, flowers for you, flowers for you. All flowers have been deployed.
Thanks, Paradise.
Hey, Bismuth, that's your cue.
I guess seeing everyone together's got me really choked up. Wait a second. You don't think
Blue Diamond.
she's here?
And she's not alone.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's the diamonds.
Oh no.
Stopped.
Oh God. It's on their side! Oh, that's an entrance.
Blue Diamond.
Guess it's time to work the old universe charm.
No!
All right, I'll just be in here.
This is the sword that shattered her.
What?
What?
Ah!
Lapis.
What? I've felt worse.
Oh, shit. Language.
We're off this beach.
Fight me!
You got guts, Tiny. Let me give you a hand.
Launch me again!
I like you, Paradise. You don't quit.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's Yellow's turn. Oh, God.
Remember me!
No.
Barry, no!
I've only just begun to fight.
No!
Lapis. It's you. Pink. I always thought I might be bad. Now I'm sure that it's true. 'Cause I think you're so good.
Where to begin? Where to begin? Holy crap. This episode. Oh my god. Oh my god. So much. So much. Well, no wonder they made it into a 22-minute special. Dropping my pen. Holy crap. If you're watching in the YouTube version, I apologize if the cut is incredibly short when it comes to the reaction portion. I just... Wow. So, this was a episode of Reunited in many ways. Reunited of, as I said, Ruby with Sapphire to make Garnet. Reuniting of Peridot and Lapis. Reuniting of Lapis and Bismuth. All of the crystal gems. I mean, obviously, all the ones that are active. Reuniting them. And reuniting Blue and Yellow Diamond with Pink Diamond. Holy crap. That entire 22-minute episode felt like a movie. Like a compressed movie, obviously. A short film, shall we say. It fit everything in, and it fit so well, and there were so many things that happened that I didn't expect. And despite everything that was going on, all the insanity, all the craziness, they fit in just perfect amounts of comedy. A lot of it thanks to Peridot. Okay, in order to try and structure my thoughts some, I'm going to go through the notes that I wrote down. So, starting off with the opening song, which, really, the first portion of the episode, like the first 11 minutes, was basically the opening song, which I'm assuming this is the name, Let's Only Think About Love. And that entire portion was just this amazing musical led by Steven. Eventually joined in, he's joined by the other crystal gems. But yeah, just an amazing musical number that was just so well done. I hate that I cannot remember the voice actor's name, but the one who voices Steven, Zach something. I hate that I can't remember it. He did an excellent job. I know he's a musician. I know that he has put out some music and everything, and he has sung on the show before. That was, as far as the show goes, I haven't really listened to his personal music, but as far as this show goes, that is his best work. That was some amazing work. Just to sing throughout that entire, almost the entire 11 minutes, just such a good job. And then there's the wedding itself, and it's beautiful. The vows that are exchanged between Ruby and Sapphire are just absolutely beautiful, and they apply to each other so much, but at the same time they're an extension of what happened in the question. You know, just those wonderful words exchanged between the two of them. That showing, it's further showing that strong relationship, a good, healthy relationship, a loving relationship. And everything about the way they portrayed that wedding, it was done excellently. It really, really was. And I definitely love the little cold feet reference there with with Sapphire just having that bit of frost by her feet, but she brushed it away. One question that did come up though, and I don't know that the state has been brought up before as far as where Beach City is, but Delmarva? And just based on, I didn't think about it until now, but is that like essentially meaning that entire area is sort of a combination of Delaware, Maryland? Is that right? That feels wrong for some reason, but like the name seems like a combination of Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, which I'm getting the Virginia from the VA at the end. If that's the case, I don't know. I don't know if there's some sort of canonical combining that they've done, but yeah. So yeah, that was cool. The reemergence of Garnet. The reemergence of Garnet when Ruby and Sapphire fused again, it's so good. I'm legitimately curious as to whether or not they're going to keep the outfit for Garnet like that. Which I guess Garnet can really change her outfit whenever she wants, but like this, I don't know. I'm interested to see what the design is going to be for Garnet going forward from this episode on. Like whether or not it'll retain some of the wedding attire, or maybe it'll revert to maybe it'll use similar colors, but it'll be back in the style of what Garnet used to look like. I don't know, but I'm really interested to find out. And then when Blue and Yellow arrive in their arm ships, or whatever the heck they're called. First of all, I really do like the fact that they kept consistent with like the plans for what was to happen in case of another invasion. It's like that they didn't just skip over it. They didn't just be like, okay, well, yeah, the characters are obviously going to do that. No, they made mention of it. It's like they made sure that they showed the citizens of Beach City, you know, evacuating and taking the steps that were needed in order to escape that situation. I really like that. And my God, the cluster. The cluster, I mean, not only did it emerge and it took form, but regardless of whether or not the cluster was made up of like just crystal gems, it seems to be like crystal gems and possibly also homeworld gems, that, you know, they're shattered remains. But despite that, they all came together to fight against Yellow and Blue as the cluster. That was just amazing to me. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm glad it turned out the way it did, and it was freaking awesome too. And one thing I loved about the design of like the arm when it emerged, the cluster, like it looked like muscles, like essentially like muscles and tendons of a human arm. And I'm sure it's not entirely accurate, but like that's the vision I got of it. And in that way, symbolically, it was like humanity, or a stand-in for humanity fighting against the alien menace, because maybe that's a major reach, I don't know, but I like to imagine that's sort of what was being portrayed. Is like, even though the humans are really just helpless against this alien threat, so they need the crystal gems. So the shattered gems, the cluster, stood in for humanity and fought against them and represented them through what makes up the human arms, like, the tendons, the muscles, and all that. I don't know, maybe that's a headcanon for me. I like it anyway. Connie jumping in, I was worried something bad was going to happen to Connie. And I'm glad nothing did happen, because, yeah, that would have been bad. But Blue Diamond just shattered that sword like it was nothing. So it's like Rose's sword is gone. I mean, well, I suppose Bismuth could reforge it, which may be what she does. But as it is, like, the Connie's weapon, Stevani's weapon, one of the major symbols alongside the shield through that whole rebellion with Rose, is destroyed. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe in shattering the sword, symbolically, that was removing one of the tools that led to all the death and destruction and all of the chaos that ensued, because of the decision that Pink Diamond made to become Rose Quartz. I don't know. And then the return of Lapis. Oh my god. Just amazing. Amazing. Like, she didn't poof a diamond, obviously, but she took down Blue Diamond and had her held back. Like, one of two of the most powerful beings that have appeared on this show in general. And Lapis was able to hold her down. Take her down with the farm. Unfortunately, I do think that the barn is destroyed at this point. But, I just absolutely love that. Oh, and when Blue tried to overcome everyone with her blue aura that makes them cry, and it worked against, obviously everyone but Connie, because I guess it just doesn't affect humans. But also, it's like, it was affecting Lapis. But that line, I felt worse. Oh my god. It says so much about who Lapis is, what that character, and from a real world perspective, what people like her have fought to overcome. That this aura that overcomes almost like every gem around them with grief. It's affected Yellow as well. Like, we've seen it affect Yellow. And it makes her shed a tear, but otherwise, she's felt worse. Holy crap. man. And then that brings us to the final segment of the episode, where Steven is in that psychic realm kind of thing, which, not gonna lie, it's a bit weird. Everyone's standing on top of statues, I guess, representations of themselves. I don't know, like the design of it was strange, a bit weird admittedly, but it was pulled off super effectively. And then just that final shot, like two of the most powerful and essentially terrifying beings that we have experienced on this show, that were attacking and fighting, ready to destroy everyone, are suddenly looking over Steven. With no hatred on their face. Just this realization that Pink is right there. And I know it's just a word. I have been fighting back, like, saying holy, trying to watch my language as much as I can when I catch myself. Especially since there's a possibility that kids could be watching this. But oh my god, that's... this episode, man. This episode. Again, like I said earlier, no wonder they made it a 22-minute special. It wouldn't have felt complete if each one had just been a separate episode by itself. Which I guess, if we speak technically, like according to the wiki and all that, I'm sure it probably divides it into 2 separate episodes. But they were one whole episode essentially. Just like Jim Harvest and Bismuth. Oh my god, and now next, there will be Legs from Here to Homeworld. And I'm not gonna lie, other than Homeworld, which I guess they'll go back to Homeworld, I'm not sure how to take the rest of the title. Legs from Here to Homeworld. I don't know, is Bayonetta going to appear or something? Sorry. Oh, but yeah, other than what I've talked about, I'm left dumbfounded by this whole thing. That was an amazing episode. And I am very much ready to get into Legs from Here to Homeworld. But I feel like I would do it a disservice if I didn't at least take the time to finish processing this episode before I get into it and the episodes afterward. Just because of how amazing and intense. Because I really do feel like I did the episode Maid of Honor a disservice because it came immediately after me watching The Question, which was an amazing episode, and so was Maid of Honor. But just I was still feeling the effects of The Question, and I feel like I didn't properly review Maid of Honor. So from here on out, especially since I'm almost completely caught up, I'm just gonna do an episode at a time and be able to give these episodes the full review, my full attention that they deserve. Or that they hopefully deserve. I don't know, an episode might suck. I doubt it. But you never know. Anyway. Everyone, thank you so much for being here for this episode of Discovering Steven Universe. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, or these episodes if you prefer. And also your thoughts on what I've had to say. I'm really looking forward to reading your all's comments. And again, even if I don't reply to you, please do know that I will be reading all the comments. Sometimes I might not have something to say, or I might feel like that you've really said everything and I can't think of anything to add. But just everyone that does comment, everyone that says something, leaves their thoughts on the episode, or any of the other episodes, just know that I do appreciate your feedback. I appreciate seeing that you all are enjoying this and enjoying me enjoying this show. So, I'll shut up now, everyone. Until next time, for Legs from Here to Homeworld, I am Papa Ken. See you in the next episode.